Hey guys, it's Quicky Techie here, and we're going to be doing 10 useful tips or tricks for your Mac or MacBook. And let's go ahead and start up. So a couple of commands that I found really useful, especially for students and all. Some that I found interesting are a couple that I will go over with you. So before we start, please go ahead to like, comment, and subscribe down below for future videos, and we will start. So basically, I'm just gonna start off by saying, if you guys are gonna get a MacBook, make sure you guys buy a case. It is so helpful. I actually have a red one over here, and it also comes with a red keyboard rubber piece, which you can put on top of your keyboard just like this, and it gets on pretty nicely, and it's easier to type as well. So it's not a big of an obstruction as you think it would be. But I'm not going to use it for this video. But yeah, guys, you can go ahead and buy those. Those are really helpful. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. So to start off, one of the basic commands that I think most people should know is the ability to open apps with your keyboard. So basically, you hit Command and then you hit space. And that should bring up the Spotlight search. And that is available for all operating systems, so you can go ahead and hit Command Space, and that's equivalent to hitting the search bar that will usually be in your top right. So that's one that I think is important, because if you want to open any app, for example like Safari and that sort, you just open it up and it comes right up immediately. So like I said, when you open Safari, one of the things is you want to be able to quit an application without the fact of being able to have the app still opening in background. So basically, if I were to close out the tab, Safari still runs in the background, but we won't really know that unless we see it, or we see the force quit applications or the running applications. And basically, how you have to do that is you're going to go ahead and hit Command, and then you're going to hit Q. And that quits the application itself. So you can see that white indicator that's usually beneath your application is no longer there. And that's one of the most important things. And sometimes, as you guys might know, Safari, when you do go on some browsers or websites, it does often like glitch up, I guess, and you know, it gets really slow or anything in that sort, where like, you know, a message pops up telling you about a virus or something. The best way to get rid of it is to hold Command, Option, and then Escape, which brings up the force quit applications. And this is an easy way to close out any applications no matter what, because sometimes in cases you can't hit Command W because they can't be quit. So you have to force quit them. And to do that, you go ahead and hit force quit. And but again, the command, it's Option, Command, and then Escape. So that's one of the most important ones that I think most people should know. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and hit force quit, and then it's gonna ask you one more time just in case. You're gonna go ahead and hit one more time, and it immediately closes. So that's an easy trick that I feel another thing that people should know as well, because their computers often slow down because of these things. So it's a great tip. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up a bunch of applications and show you how you can quit them immediately. So basically, yeah, I've got a couple things open, and an easiest way to quit that is to go ahead and hold Command and then Tab. You can actually check all your different applications that are open, and over here we have Finder, which you cannot quit, as you guys can hear that little beep. And we also have got Safari and all these other applications. So that's how I like switch apps between different ones easily. So I can switch between like a whole bunch of these really easily, as you guys can see. So yeah, I think that's one of the necessities that people should know as well. because of the reason that if you want to quickly like micromanage yourself and get more things done, you can quickly switch between tabs, be like, and then get your other things open. So, and another thing you can do with this command tab page is it brings up this little thing. As long as you hold command and you let go of tab, it's fine. But you can also go ahead and close applications that you don't really need. So you hit Q and it quits the application. So Q, 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 Q. It closes all these applications. You can also, you guys, use the arrow keys. It does the same thing. Now the reason why this is not closing is because it's asking for authorization. So another way to do that is to go ahead and force quit the application. So over here, guys, you can see I cannot quit the application. I'm hitting Command Q and it's not working. So you're gonna go ahead and hit Command Option and then Escape as well. You're gonna go ahead and force quit, and no matter what, it'll always close. So I find that a pretty useful technique. And taking a screenshot, that's one of the important things that students should know, because of the fact that during their assignments and to prove yourself that you did an assignment, you can use a screenshot ability, and most kids don't know how to do a screenshot so on a Mac. So it's actually not that hard. You just gotta remember these procedures. So all you gotta do is hit Command Shift 4, and that brings up a little drag and drop cursor where you can drag and drop whatever you think you need to take a screenshot of. For example, this. And when you take the picture, it automatically drags onto your desktop. So it's easy to find as well, and you can delete it whenever you don't need it. Just like that. And one tip that I think that people should know is always empty your trash, because it does slow your computer down. It slows your computer down more than you may think it does, but it actually does. Like, it's really important. That's why I do it all the time. And when you guys do go ahead and download things, it brings up these little icons where it has like a drag and drop to applications. Yeah, for that you can go ahead and just throw that in the trash immediately, because it does take up a lot of storage, and then over time you quickly fill up. So yeah, couple tricks on Safari itself, or even Chrome. They had the same tricks pretty much, or any other browser actually. You guys can go ahead and hit Command T, and that opened up a new tab. So if you guys want to close the window, it'd be Command W and Command T to open. Close is W. So that's one of the important things you might want to know, because you know, going all the way with the cursor, especially if especially if you have like a low trackpad speed, it actually slows your computer down. Well, not necessarily, it's just you just get slowed down. So I agree, instead of hitting this, you can just hit Command W, and say for example you have multiple options, you can actually go ahead and hit you guys can actually go ahead and hit like the 2 clicks on the trackpad, and it brings up Move tab to a new window, close other tabs, and close tab. So that's one of the important things you guys should also know as well. Yeah, and if you guys want to open a new window, you guys hit Command and then N. So Command N is often used just to make it easier to open a new window. So if you want a full screen or maybe even split screen, you can go ahead and do that. So the split screen, guys, you guys might know that. I don't know if you guys do or not, but you just hold the full screen button, and then you drag it to one side, and you have 2 sides to drag it from. So I'm gonna choose this left side over here, and I know I have another window open. Hold up, here it is. It's also in full screen. So if you guys do want to full screen or even like split screen, you guys have to make sure that both are not in full screen. You just drag one to the other side, and then it shows you other that you can drag in, and just like that, you can easily get your things pretty easy. So often on websites and articles, people have the ability to go ahead and copy, paste, and cut. Those are some pretty basic things that most people should already know by now. I honestly think most people would know this by now, but whoever doesn't, basically, I'm gonna go ahead and type in something. Right? And if you want to copy this, you just hit Command A to select all, or you can drag and drop in the search itself, and you can get whatever you need. So that's one thing that I found pretty useful. Then so if you want to copy, you would just hit Command C, and make sure whenever you're holding Command C, the item that you have is selected. So if it's not selected, it won't copy anything. And to paste, you just hit Command V, and to cut, it's just Command X. And Command V goes for paste. So, and Command X stands for cut, and Command C stands for copy. Those are pretty some basic things people know. And by the way, guys, if you guys are wondering why it's an X, C, and a V, the X actually looks like a scissor. That's why they have that, and C stands for copy. I'm not pretty sure about V, but it's paste. So, you know, those are just a couple things that I think people should know. And then, in general, those three are like the basics. A couple other option is to go ahead and like sleep or shut down your computer. And these two are pretty much the last ones, but I want you guys to know that if you guys want to be able to sleep your computer quickly, just Option, Command, and Escape or Power button. On MacBooks, it's usually the power button, but on Mac keyboards and other Mac-related products, it's usually an eject button. So you're gonna go ahead and hit Option, Command, Eject, or Power. On this case, it's a power, and it puts the computer to sleep. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on. Another thing you guys want to do is to shut down your computer quickly because you're, out of time. So an easy way to do that is to hold Control, Option, Command, and then you hit the Eject or Power button, and that shuts down your whole computer. Also, guys, I just wanted to put this out there, but if you guys want to restart your computer, you guys can hit FN, Control, Option, Command, and then the Power or Eject button. This is important because if your mouse or your trackpad is not working, you have to restart your computer because of a problem. That's the easiest way to do it, and I believe that's the easiest because it's easy because it's right on the keyboard and you don't need to move the mouse to get on the Apple logo and hit restart. So those are the most important ones that I think are important that you guys should know. Please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe down below for more videos. And if you guys do like these useful tips, please go ahead and like this and comment down below if you like these types of videos. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Like I said, please go ahead and subscribe. And yeah.